We out here in the Ravens Nest with
Man, KJ, man, photographer, jack of all trades. We back over east with it, man. Y'all know what it is.
welcome to another episode of the Ravens Nest. We out here with KJ, the producer, man. Let us know.
Brother, man.
How you feeling? How you coming?
Background story, bro. Grew up over east.
Okay.
All my uncles grew up over there, family and all that, friends. A lot of people dead and gone, but they just want to show a part of my environment, where I grew up at, where I got my inspiration from, and where I'm coming from. So, 27, I do photography, I do art, comic books and stuff like that too, and I work with people that with music. So, that's really a real backstory of me, you know.
Okay.
As you can see, this is the old neighborhood, old building. It got bought by somebody. This is basically like a 2-flat. So all my friends and family grew up in this neighborhood ever since we was like 8 or 9 to 10. And things have changed over the course of time from 15 to 19. And that's with, you know, lost a lot of people, family and friends. And that's just how that shit go.
Bro. So tell us, like, what are all your trades? What are you good at?
So I'm good at photography, shooting little videos. I'm really good at editing. That's where I really started from. My mentor I had, his name was Ray. He taught me everything I knew. From editing, from writing poetry, I'll be starting down. That's when I started when I was 15. So that's really how that really happened. What else? What up, Dave?
What up, man?
How you feeling, man?
All right, long time no see. How you been, Dave? All right. What's going on?
Just doing a little interview.
Well, all right. I'm
No,
sorry.
you
No,
good.
all right.
You good.
All right.
How you been holding up, man? I'm hanging in there. At least doing okay. You holding in there.
Just holding in there?
They trying to be doing the best they can.
Yeah.
So, what projects are you working on? What upcoming projects?
So the next upcoming projects I'm working on is not just for this clothing little brand. So I'm creating like logos for the Caribbean culture. So I am part Haitian though. Well, I'm just Haitian anyway.
Okay.
So I grew up with a lot of Caribbeans. My whole entire life was Jamaicans, the Nigerians, Puerto Ricans. So that's like all family love. So when I go out of town, travel different little places like Atlanta, Florida, you know, anywhere in the South, I'm always connected with everybody from the culture. And that's what it's really about. But I want to do something like, you know, jackets, shirts, hoodies, and create something for Chicago and a different spin for the Caribbean culture. And then I want to do something for Chicago as well to, like, you know, kind of help the youth. And that's where I got all my inspiration from. Like, I went to the Gary Coleman Youth Center. That's where I learned all my skill sets, from poetry to the camera work to knowing what the youth need. Because I was just one of the kids at 15. And it wasn't like I needed guidance. It was just more that all my people that was around me was trying to find their way. You know, especially as being a black man in America, like finding your way to find your purpose. Because we got a lot of curveballs thrown in our life, you know. You gotta make it to see another day. And if you don't, it just is what it is. I just gave you a little time. So make every time you on this earth, man, make life as your fullest. Live to the best.
Yeah, to
Use
the
your
fullest.
opportunities.
Never know when you're gone.
No, that's facts.
Well, shit. Well, since I got both of y'all right here, and well, from the last interview, y'all know JL, and y'all already know what I asked him from last time. Like, what happened to your lock situation, your
Man, I had
dread?
a thinning spot. My locks was like long as hell. And I guess by being so long, I'm like, fuck. And it was like thinning right here in this little area. And I'm like, fuck, let me go ahead and cut that shit. So I did it about like a week ago. Cut my locks, put them in the bed. The girls were sad about it. Everybody was crying, but it is what it is. We'll start over, but shit, it's here. So it ain't bad. No, so I run into people, just run into people. This is the younger generation, but I get with they brothers type shit. So type shit. That's just how that shit go. I could probably explain a little bit of the funeral home too. That's the funeral home down there. That's been there for like ages. A lot of shit done happened on this corner, on this block. God has been with the motherfucker for real.
Yeah.
Not even on games, shit, like just regular shit. Man, it's crazy.
What are your plans moving forward in your career?
Well, I want to get into IT, so I got a few certifications. Work for a little tech company, make a couple bucks or whatever, and then put it towards my dreams, you know, with my media page, trying to do it with my team, bring other people from other outsources, and go from there. That's how it should go. Also, I want to make sure my whole squad, they do what they supposed to, but also bring great energy and other people around so we can make this a big family thing. You know, shoot videos, create new content for different things. And we want to get big as Tyler Perry one day. And I love film. Like, this has always been my passion. Art is everything that we love. That's what our whole city is about, art. I worked for the Art Museum. That taught me a lot. I met a lot of famous people as well when I was working for the Art Institute. I met a lot of people from Power, a lot of people from the Chi. I met Terrence Howard when I went to Loyola, walking down Navy Pier. And that was like the best thing. That was my homeboy Jalen. And a few of my guys, Bias, Isaac. That was back, it was like 15 or 16 at the time. Man, good little times. So, I never went to school here at Boucher. I went to school in Hyde Park neighborhood. I went to Canton Middle School, Bret Hart Intermediate School, right there on 5. So, that's exactly how that should be. Also, this church over here, I ain't really got a church over here, but we done had different events we used to, you know, back to school stuff as well. But it has always just been my great neighborhood where I grew up at. Always since I was like 5. My cousins used to come down here when they was younger, from Minnesota, different states. Just kicking in Chicago, like Chicago summers in the wintertime. My granny used to cook all the time, man. Shout out to Grandma, I love her though. That's my inspiration too, man. So, man. So as y'all can see, that's the big school. That's Ishmael School, pre-K through 8th grade. My aunties and uncles went there, you know, early 2000s. And in the 90s, it was called Bryn Mawr. It wasn't called Boucher. So, that's just a hood staple though, for real. So, I'm giving y'all a piece of Chicago a little bit.
So tell me, how'd you meet JL here?
Man, I met JL through one of my little closest friends I went to grammar school with in Hyde Park. So, that's exactly how that shit went. We've been friends from 10 years plus. That's how that went.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
came up with that one day. I ended up meeting JL. Cool little peoples. He probably would scope me out a little bit. You know, that's what every dudes do though. Like, you feel me?
I scoped him out a little bit. You know, my first time meeting him. He scoped me out too though. He ain't gonna tell motherfuckers about that. He was scoped me out the whole time.
I didn't even know about that one though, but man, it's cool.
But I had to, you know, we had to get a feel for each other first. That's what everybody though. You know what I'm saying? When you first meet somebody new, you know, you scope them out. It wasn't no beef type of situation though. It was more me trying to figure out.
That's who he was. That's it.
Right.
But the main thing is, as we started to hang out and click, I seen that I needed to bring him around more of my friends. Just to give a person extra life. Everybody need extra new good environment people from different sides of the town. And that's why I come in. I'm part of the culture for real. Like, I be everywhere.
And I was always moving around, but he know way more people.
Way more people. I know people from out
Way
of town,
more people.
out the country.
So
I'm really that dude for real when it comes to.
Oh, that's so you the connection, huh?
Yeah, I'm a connection man. Anything that you need, man, I got the connects. So that's how I want to be. That I feel like that's my part of my traits and my
Jack of
personality.
all
Jack of all trades. So we also gonna be working with a lot of people though. This shit like that shit bigger than music though. Like you said, we're gonna start this little media big page thing.
Yeah, I remember JL told me he had a project coming. My bad. I remember JL told me he had a project coming out this summer with his brother.
I was supposed to have a project with my brother, but my brother.
You're the one producing it?
No, I'm not really gonna produce it, but I'm gonna be in the background just to make sure everything sounds solid.
But I got my own separate project coming out. It should be out by at least December.
And I told them they finish their little music, man. I'm gonna come up with a little something. I'm gonna come out of retirement. I do got a few little pieces I'm supposed to do with a couple people for some poetry, so I'm gonna try to get that done, do that a little bit.
These mosquitoes.
Start back really rapping though for real, but that's not my main fully objective to really rap. I really want to get big on the media thing so I can show people what the city of Chicago really like versus everybody else what they show. We ain't trying to go up for all the hood and the gang stuff. We trying to show what other people don't see, from the food, from the sports to everything. You can just go anywhere and be cool. Because the narrative, like Chicago, like everybody see nothing but all the bad stuff. Like we all grew up in that same little area. We ain't at the game banging nothing, just the people that you know. You know what I'm saying? And that's just life, how shit happens. But we trying to bring a positive energy though. That's what we need.
There be so much more going on here, bro, that don't nobody else know about. Like festivals, parties, like culture parties, real parties, not no party all this motherfucker got shot.
Especially for the older generation, like it's a lot of clubs like walking down the street in some little areas, some other small little bars, like a lot of people be partying and stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff in the cut.
They be having a good time. There don't be no violence, no BS. It just be a vibe, you know? And there's a lot of that going on in the city that don't nobody show. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to show y'all every aspect of it, outside of all the BS that y'all see. Because it be a lot of BS. Like, for sure. It be a lot of BS. But it be a lot of great things that go on here. You know what I'm saying?
We want to bring that back to the city though, like, man, we want everybody to just really come together though. People that got money and stuff like that, bring more things for the kids. It's really about the youth. We gotta save the kids. Cause somebody saved me too, you know? They gave me a lot of opportunities. It's just me about using it in a whole different way. And one day I want my big dreams though, for real.
A lot of
have
people
my
don't
big
even know how
old
to
youth
use
center
for
the kids.
You know, that extra push. So sometimes you be having to give them an extra push. But it's all worth it at the end of the day if we're gonna protect these kids and do right by them. For sure.
What was the hardest challenge you had to overcome growing up?
The hardest challenge is really just learning how to be yourself in the hood, growing up over East. I feel like when you got different people that you grew up around, that's, you know, grew up in the church, grew up from the hood, people that part of the gang bang and all that stuff, you gotta find out who you are as a person, so you won't get sucked in the middle. So what I mean by that is like, by all the violence to all the people that's done all the crazy stuff, you gotta be who you wanna be to get where you're going. So like I feel like the biggest chase is really just losing a parent, not having a father figure in my life in the hood at the first beginning of time, and just be persevere over everything that goes on in your life. And you gotta be strong. And that's why I say like having women in your life too, they got that mentally toughness that a lot of people don't speak about when it comes to women. They strength. And that's where a lot of us guys get it from that didn't grow with their father figures though, but they had great uncles or uncles that was a little crazy in the mix, but they taught you something too. And that's the goal of mine. We love each other, don't hurt each other. And that's the way it goes.
That's love. That's love. This concludes our interview in the Ravens Nest with
KJ, man. Follow me on Instagram, EastsideKJ22, and ZapKid_.
Y'all know it's your boy JL, man. Y'all can follow me at 5600JL on Instagram, man.
until we tune in next time.
Tune in next time, future.